When you or your kids start searching for the perfect college, one of the conversations that you're going to have is big school versus small school. Well, we have 3 myths about big schools with Alexis Avila. He's the founder of Prepped and Polished. That's tutoring and test prep. Good to have you here.
Great to be here again.
It's funny, just before we were talking, I went to a school with 2,000 people. Your school had 40,000 people.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That's wild.
They both count the same, though.
Exactly. We both got degrees, and that's what matters at the end of the day. But here's the myth. The first one is big colleges don't have small class sizes. True or false?
That is false.
Okay.
You know, I went to a big college, and I had, yes, a lecture hall full of, with a couple hundred people in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was freshman year. By the time I got to junior year and you start to kind of narrow down your major, I had class sizes of 10 to 15 kids.
Because correct me if I'm wrong on this one, most colleges, they have the core curriculum. So for the first couple of years, you're taking courses along with people in all walks of life. So those classes, they might be bigger, but it's okay.
Really good point. They pile, in the first couple of years, they're piling all the kids in one big classroom because they're all taking the core curriculum.
Exactly.
But again, like once you kind of, it depends on what year you're in and what major you're in, depends on the class size. But you can definitely get a small class size at a big school.
And over time, it shrinks and shrinks as you become more specialized in your field.
Yep.
Myth number 2, big colleges equal big parties.
Not true. It's a myth. It's
Another myth.
It's a myth. There's big parties at all schools.
I was going to say, that really gets me thinking, because I can say with certainty that my school had lots of parties.
Yes, and you went to school in Florida, so
exactly.
yeah,
Says just
good weather.
Maybe it's more about location than it is school size too.
Probably, but you know, there's lots to do at a big school. That's the point. There's activities that are non-party related. There's social events, but you know, there's a frat scene, yes, with some parties, but you do not have to go to it and be associated with it. You can be, you know, alcohol and drug free all 4 years and have a good time. Well,
and the other thing is, and that's an upside of a big school, is that, you know, at a small school, if you make that choice, you might have, you know, let's just call it 20 people who are similar.
Yeah.
You will find someone who is like you at a school with, you know, 20,000, 40,000 kids. There's, you know, whatever hobby you have, there's someone else out there who shares it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last point is, you won't meet anyone at a big college. What do you mean by that?
Well, a lot of people think, a lot of parents, especially in like the New England area for some reason, they think, okay, I don't want to send my kid to a big school because he's not going to meet any friends. It's just so big and he's kind of shy and he's not going to meet anyone. That's not true.
It seems like the opposite of true.
It is, because at a big college you have, you know, thousands of really different, diverse people coming from all over the world to attend that school. So there's something for everyone there. That's the point. So you're going to find your niche. You're going to find people who share common interests. A greater probability, in fact.
Exactly. Yeah. You think about all the clubs that are started, and you know, a small school might have 50. A big school, purely because of those numbers, probably has 500.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't like one group one year, you can go to another group at a big school.
The best part.
So you can
college.
Bye.
The place where you can always reinvent yourself.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Oh, really, you got my memories churning. This is fun. For more information, you can visit us online, mymassappeal.com.